not turned up, then there was, ambulances and everything coming from all directions.
And how are you feeling at the moment? Were you injured at all? Are you in a state of shock? It must be quite a thing to actually witness this.
I'll be honest with you, I thought I was okay, but now I am in a bit of a state of shock here, because I just can't believe how close, we was 5 seconds from, I would say, near death. I was only just lucky that car wasn't 12 inches over to one side that I went round. So I'm very, very, very lucky. I just hope everyone else there is okay.
Yeah, well, at the moment we understand that there are no reports of fatalities. That's the latest we're getting from Kent Police. But obviously, with the number of vehicles involved in that accident, there are likely to be a significant number of injuries as a consequence of what has happened. And Martin, you were talking about the problem with the fog. Police have said that they think it was fog that could have been contributing to this. How bad was it?
Oh, the visibility was 20 yards. It's the worst that I've seen it. It was bad. I mean, there were still some drivers without no lights on and things like that, or very dim lights, but the fog was really bad. And that's what I say, not everybody was travelling at 60, 70 miles an hour. Even those vehicles that I can imagine were going 40, that they had no chance of stopping. They had no chance of stopping because, when I first see the crash in front of me, I had seconds to hit the brakes, and lucky enough, there was a tiny gap that I managed to get through. And I'm talking about 5 seconds of that. From the road being sort of clear in front of me, I wasn't going that fast, but from being clear in front of me, I couldn't see any headlight or brake light, and then I just see this car right in front of me, sideways.
You had a lucky escape from that, Martin. And just talk to us, the time of day that it happened, 7:15 in the morning. This is obviously a crucial crossing for people trying to get from the Isle of Sheppey to Kent and vice versa. So how busy is it usually at that time of day?
Oh, it's very busy, very busy. I mean, I said initially, when I looked, I said 70 plus cars. I know a lot of reports on the radio were saying 30 cars, but I'm saying definitely over 70 cars involved. So that just goes to show you how busy it was that time of day for that many cars to be hitting each other. I mean, I can't explain how when you're standing there in the quiet and all you hear is this thud and glass breaking, and it's just silence. That's all you can hear is just screeching and a thud, screeching and a thud. Horrific, absolutely horrific.
Well, listen, Martin, thanks for taking the time to speak to us and tell us about what happened. We understand that obviously it must have been quite a traumatic thing for you to see. Lucky for you that you weren't directly involved in this, but as you say, within a few seconds or so, how different it could have been. So thanks for painting a picture of what happened. That's Martin Stammers there, who was a witness to the crash. He was right there as it all happened in front of him. So just to recap exactly what the breaking news is this hour, that there's been a significant emergency incident that's taken place in Kent. It's on the new Sheppey Crossing bridge, and more than 100 vehicles have been involved in this accident. It happened earlier this morning in foggy conditions. We've been hearing from eyewitnesses talking about just how significant that fog was. More than 30 emergency crews are at the scene at the moment. They're dealing with the situation. There are expected to be a significant number of injuries as a consequence. You're watching Sky News. It's 10 o'clock, and just to bring you the update on the breaking news that's been happening this morning, there are reports of a significant number of injuries as a consequence of this pile-up that's happened earlier this morning in Kent. More than 100 vehicles have been involved. 30 emergency crews dealing with this situation at the moment. You can see pictures from our Skycopter live at the moment showing the significant amount of damage that's been done to a number of cars here. And there are thought to be many injuries. London Ambulance have given us an update on this, saying that they vary from the more serious to the walking wounded. But we've been hearing from witnesses who've talked about the number